Heya, cryptozens. Tonight's stories. 100 Finance and AGVE hacked. More than 100 illegal mines shut down in Kazakhstan. UK's FCA seeking new talent. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time and the date is March 15th, 2022. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm your host, Nick. The cover model for this podcast is Tex, and together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. We bring you news stories on familiar topics. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. Now, if you're new here and you find that you like this show, subscribe and rate us. If you're on Spotify, you can rate us right from the app. So, give Tex and I 5 stars. It'll help other people find their way to this podcast. All right. You ever use one of those coin mixers to keep your transaction secret? Don't answer that. But if you have, just be aware. The United Kingdom's National Crime Agency wants to regulate crypto coin mixers. They want to use the country's laws against money laundering and force service providers to audit transactions. Gary Cathcart is the NCA's head of financial investigation. Now, he claims that some of these transaction mixing tools can be used for, quote, churning criminal cash, obscuring its origins and audit trail. I think they're going to have problems if they try. Just the decentralized nature alone is going to make it a very difficult task. That's why Nunchuk had to explain to the Canadian government that as a non-custodial wallet, they just don't have the information that the government wanted. Now, I know Wasabi is a privacy-focused wallet, and they said Monday that they'd be blocking transactions that are sketchy. And keep in mind, these mixers are not foolproof. Remember the $40 million Binance hack? Yeah, the thieves tried to use a mixer to launder it. Didn't work. The funds were traced. It's tough to beat a distributed ledger. Now, before we get into tonight's stories, let's take a quick look at the markets. At the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is $1.76 trillion. That's up 2.13% in 24. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin up 1.74%, Ethereum up 3.83%, Tether, Binance Coin up 1.53%, and USDC. The global NFT market cap is just above 10.07 billion, up 16.33%. The top 5 NFT collections on OpenSea by sales volume are Bored Apes up 104%, Mutant Apes up 24%, Dower Darcels down 12%, CloneX up 25%, and Meebits down 1.7%. Keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. 100 Finance and AGVE hacked. $11 million. That's the bill. That's how much the attackers were able to steal. Both of these DeFi protocols are on the Gnosis chain, and it looks like they used a flash loan reentry attack. Now, both of these outfits have confirmed that they've been attacked on Twitter. Now, on Tuesday, they said the contracts had been paused to prevent further damage. AGVE's tweet said, AGVE is currently investigating an exploit on the AGVE Finance protocol. We will update you as soon as we know more. Contracts have been paused until we figure out how to resolve the situation. 100 Finance's tweet said, unfortunately, 100 and AGVE have both been exploited on Gnosis chain today. Gnosis team is aware. Investigation is ongoing. All the 100 markets on all chains paused for now. AGVE's token dropped 20% on Tuesday. 100's token was also slightly lower. Both are lending protocols, and it's flash loans that are getting exploited. And this is the second flash loan exploit of the day. Deus Finance DAO also got hit for $3 million. And frankly, we've seen this kind of exploit a lot, it seems. So what happened? All right, so reentrancy is the name of a vulnerability in Solidity. Solidity is a programming language that they use. So this exploit tricks a protocol's contract to make a call to an external untrusted contract. And that's where the fun begins. Because once that happens, Once you've broken through and you can do that, then you can use this other contract to make repeated calls to the protocol. The result? Those repeated protocols can end up draining the protocol's funds. And it sounds like that's what happened here. There was the reentrancy bug on both protocols. And this vulnerability seems to have something to do with the call after transfer function. Basically, it was just making recursive calls to the protocol. It would keep borrowing more and more money from the user, but then it wouldn't put up any more collateral. And then there's the liquidation call. That's where the hacker pays back the initial loan and closes out. Now, it looks like they're starting to launder this money through a coin mixer. I've got some questions about coin mixers I'm going to ask you in a bit. But for now, it doesn't look like Etherscan has labeled their address as associated with a DeFi exploit, at least not at the time of writing. AGVE is a lending protocol on the Gnosis chain and is a fork of the popular AAVE protocol. 100 Finance is a multi-chain lending project and is a fork of Compound. More than 100 illegal mines shut down in Kazakhstan. So the Financial Monitoring Agency is Kazakhstan's financial watchdog, and they are emphasizing the need to regulate this sector. They reported on Tuesday that 55 illegal mining farms, quote, voluntarily stopped their operation due to enforcement campaign by the regulator. They said another 51 entities' operations were, quote, terminated. We talked about this a while back. When China banned Bitcoin mining, most of the miners went to the U.S. Kazakhstan, they came in second place. And I reported on it then. The government said that there was going to be a problem with so-called gray market miners. Now, these are miners that just don't have approval from the government for whatever reason. Well, now their nation's energy network is compromised. And it's compromised by these gray market miners who choose not to register with the government. Now they're calling for developing a clear regulatory approach to crypto mining. Keep in mind, the mining operations are illegal because they're unregistered, or they're illegally taking energy from the grid, or they're evading tax and custom payments. Some of the stolen energy was meant for industrial production. According to the release, not only had all the targeted operators frozen mining process, but they also dismantled the rigs and removed them from the places of deployment. That release also mentioned a number of high-profile business figures who were allegedly tied to illegal activity. Now, that list includes an ex-chairman of the state-owned gas company, a former head of the drug crime department of the National Police, and the 17th richest person in the country. The Financial Monitoring Agency seized more than 67,000 pieces of equipment worth some $190 million and opened 25 criminal cases. This saw an immediate impact. The daily energy consumption in the country reportedly dropped by 600 million watt hours after the raid. Kazakhstan has been stepping up its efforts to lower the stress load that this illegal crypto mining has been putting on its grid. After China banned crypto mining, the country housed more than 18% of the global Bitcoin hash rate. In February of 2022, the National Ministry of Energy said that they were going to identify and disconnect illegal mining farms from the grid. Now note here, it really doesn't seem to be a problem with crypto mining per se. They just don't like the illegal mining operations, which are sure to be more profitable, so people are going to be more likely to try the illegal route and not pay for the registrations. No, but there are signs that the government is working on a long-term regulatory solution. They don't want to miss out on these financial opportunities. The press release said, quote, "Considering these developments, the Interdepartmental Task Force is working on these systematic decisions to regulate the problematic issues." UK's FCA is seeking new talent. The FCA is UK's Financial Conduct Authority, and we literally just talked about these guys a few days ago. They're the ones who want to take down all the unregistered and illegal Bitcoin ATMs in Britain, which at present is all of them. Now they're looking for a new head of the Department of Digital Assets by early April. What they're looking for are senior executives that have blockchain and crypto-related expertise. Well, this comes because they're trying to launch a new department to regulate the crypto industry. According to their post on LinkedIn, they actually have two positions open: the head of Digital Assets Department and a Digital Assets Department director. So the head of Digital Assets job is a new role. It is part of the FCA's plan to build a dedicated department for crypto. They're going to be accountable for the agency's approach to regulatory operations within the crypto industry. They are also expected to help the FCA maintain a, quote, single narrative on crypto. This posting says, quote, "We're looking for a head of department to build and lead a new crypto department that will lead and coordinate the FCA's regulatory activity in this emerging market. This is a critical leadership role within a proposed new directorate dealing with emerging business models." Now, they're going to take applications on that position until April 3rd. Now, as far as the Payments and Digital Assets Department Director goes, this role initially includes responsibility for policy and supervision related to payments, e-money, and crypto assets, as well as other emerging business models. It requires expertise and knowledge of the relevant regulatory environment, including issues associated with cryptocurrencies and payment firms. And the FCA has been busy lately. In March, they announced that they opened more than 300 cases on unregistered crypto firms over a period of 6 months. They also launched 50 active investigations against unregistered crypto businesses. Last year saw 6,372 alerts about suspected crypto frauds in 2021. That's up from 3,143 the year before. Yeah, looks like that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I really do appreciate it. So let me ask you this. What do you think? Is the UK going to ban coin mixers? Kerry Cathart, remember him? He said, quote, "When it comes to crypto transactions, the owner's identity is already obscured, and the reality is that prying eyes would need additional hard-to-get information to determine a wallet's balance and its owner." Is this coming to the U.S.? In February 2021, then U.S. Deputy Assistant Attorney General Brian Benkowski said, "Seeking to obscure virtual currency transactions through a mixer is a crime." So, I don't know, maybe that ban is already here. Tell me what you think. Send me an email at crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. That's crypto.overnighter@gmail.com. Now, I'm going to be on the road on Friday the 19th and again on Wednesday the 23rd, so there will be no show those nights. Oh, and give Crypto in 5 Minutes a listen. We're up to 31 educational podcasts and counting. 5 minutes to explain one concept in crypto. And until next time, may peace